Hey guys, Devall here with another look at Round 2's amazing Captain Action line. Now, I've already given you a look at Mr. Action himself here, Captain Action, as well as the Deluxe Spider-Man costume set. There's one other costume set that rounds out the first wave of this re-release, and that costume is none other than the first Avenger himself, Captain America. Now, this Deluxe set is a little bit more in-depth than the Spider-Man one. We're going to show you just what's inside this box. So why don't we take a look first at the packaging.
Now, the box features a large window showing off the accessories inside, along with some great Silver Age artwork on the lower left side of the package, as well as a sticker on the bottom right letting you know which piece of the Build a Costume Hawkeye figure you get with this deluxe purchase. While the back shows off some more great Silver Age artwork and lists all the accessories inside the package, as well as a short bio and the other costumes that are and will be available for Captain Action. Alright, let's open this baby up and see what's inside. Included inside is a one-piece Captain America costume, a pair of gloved fists, a pair of gloved holding hands, Captain America's boots, a belt, two different length sets of attachable shield straps, a copy of the Daily Bugle featuring the return of the Cap, a Captain America face mask, and the Cap's legendary round shield. And since this is the deluxe version of the costume set, it also includes 4 belt pouches, a Steve Rogers face mask, and the classic Silver Age triangular shield. Okay, let us dress a naked Captain as the first Avenger himself. Well, first things first is to unvelcro the one-piece costume in the back, and then slide the figure's legs into the costume. And then pop the arms through the sleeves and pull up the front of the costume. And after a little bit of adjusting, you then re-velcro the costume in the back and you're ready to continue on. Next up is the figure's boots. They're made out of a soft rubber here, and the detailing on them is great. While they look like plain boots on the top, Round 2 actually painted the bottoms of the boot treads. It's a cool little touch, seeing as most companies wouldn't have cared, but Round 2 cares, even about the tiny details you aren't going to see when the figure's standing. Now, the boots slide onto the figure's feet very easily thanks to the soft rubber. And once the boots are on, the figure stands on its own quite easily. Next up is the gloves. There are small details here that other companies wouldn't have cared about. They detailed the stitching on the gloves and even sculpted small creases near the wrist of the gloves. Very, very awesome little touches. They're made out of a little bit more solid material than Spider-Man's hands were, and actually snap onto the wrist pegs of the figure much, much easier. And once on, they look awesome. The Belton Pouches add to the figure greatly. The pouches here, again, are as nicely detailed as the rest of the pieces in this set, and thanks to a slot on the back of each one, they slide easily onto the belt. There are 4 loops on the costume waist that allow you to slide the belt easily around the figure's waist, slipping the remaining pouches onto the belt as you slide it through the loops, giving the first Avenger a place to store small items on the battlefield. Now, the Captain America mask, which is made of a soft rubber and is amazing to look at, easily slides over Captain Action's own head, and the only bits of Captain Action's head that show after the mask is on is right along the side behind the ears. And the design here is classic Cap, with a large A on the forehead and the classic wings coming off the sides of the head. Now, both shields here are awesome looking and are made of a hard plastic. On the underside of the shields are 4 plastic knobs, which allow you to snap the handles onto the shields. They pop onto them easily thanks to the holes at both ends. The long straps here are used to allow Captain to hoist the shields onto his back by slipping it over his arms and onto his shoulders, while the short straps are used so the Captain can carry the shield into battle at the ready on his arm. And both shields look great with Captain America, and it's cool that you can do the Silver Age or the Modern Age Cap thanks to these shields. And thanks to the molded holding hands, Cap can hold either of his shields in order to easily hurl it through the air at his enemies. The Steve Rogers headgear is awesome. And once on the Captain, it looks pretty good. My only complaint here is that the head looks a little big because of the strong chin that was sculpted. But besides that small personal issue, it's kinda neat to have him dressed in the costume and just have the Steve Rogers head on. And finally, the Daily Bugle paper heralds the return of the first Avenger, as well as listing some of the other articles covering the returning war hero. And, well, last but not least, is the Hawkeye pieces in this set. The set comes with Hawkeye's boots. The boots are, well, purple and not much to look at here, folks, but it does get us one more piece closer to completing the Avengers Archer. This is by far my favorite release so far from round 2 for Captain Action. This deluxe costume set is well worth hunting down. You can find it at your local comic and specialty stores, as well as most online specialty retailers, for around $29.99. So what are you waiting for, soldiers? March out and pick this up today! And until next time, gang, keep playing with your toys.